Hey guys, welcome back to Pass the Mic, and it is your girl, Miss Skin Deep. In this short video, we're going to be talking about karma and when it comes knocking on your door. Karma is defined as the sum of a person's actions in this and previous states of existence, viewed as deciding their fate in future existences, destiny or fate following as effect from cause. And in a recent interview with Vivica A. Fox, she talked about K.Samuels and karma. And in this video, it struck up a lot of controversy amongst people because they're saying, like, how could his passing be considered karma? Well, let's talk about it. And just as a friendly reminder, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to remind you guys that we're not going to be talking about our personal views of K.Samuels. This video is strictly talking about karma and whether or not we believe that he caused his own demise. Many people know K.Samuels as being an image consultant, but mostly for being a relationship specialist. K.Samuels believed that the content that he put out was to help black men and help black women better themselves and to help build strong unions between the both. But many people out there don't believe in the content that he put out. A lot of women are extremely pissed off and upset about the type of content that he put out. Vivica Fox was one of these people. Listen.
This man was a hypocrite, in my honest opinion. He really was. I didn't find anything about him to be healing. He insulted African American women on a consistent basis. One of his last statements that he said was that if you're over 38 and you haven't married or something like that, that you're no good and disposable. To me, it was a shock jock. And, you know, I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the negativity that you put out in the world, that when karma comes knocking at your door, she might not be so kind. So, you know, the fact that he killed over real quick and was supposedly with a woman that we don't yet know the nationality, rest in peace.
Woo! She said a lot in this video. Oh my gosh. You can obviously tell that she is not a K.Samuels fan, and that's her opinion. She has a right to feel how she feels, and she has a right to her own opinion. However, I don't feel that karma was a result of K.Samuels' demise. I don't feel that what he was doing or the uproar of people's opinions is what considered him to get his karma. I don't believe that to be so. But what we do know about K.Samuels is that he had a pre-existing condition. You know, he had mentioned that he had dealt with cancer in the past. We do know that he drank an enormous amount of Red Bulls, which is extremely bad on the heart and on the body and for his health. We do know that he pushed and he put out a lot of content that didn't make people feel so good, and as a result of a lot of backlash and a lot of hatred, that can cause a person to be extremely stressful. Not only from that, but being the pressure of being a YouTuber and the pressure of constantly having to make content so that he can make his money. Because, I mean, on the real, K.Samuels, who was he before YouTube? I mean, who was this man before he started putting out content? Nobody knew him when he was an image consultant. Nobody knew him before that. Everybody knew him once he started putting out, you know, content, and then he kind of started saying, hey, I'm an image consultant, blah, 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 blah. But he's mostly known for that. And because of the pressures of always having to consistently put out videos and constantly put out, you know, content every day, and the pressure of I have to do it because this is how I make my money, this is how I get my bag, that is extremely stressful. So I can see how all of those things collectively could have caused him to have a heart attack, could have caused him to be extremely stressed out, which is stress is the number one killer, especially in our community. So, yeah. But let's listen to somebody else.
Now, this is the example of karma that proves all our definitions of karma correct. Okay? I believe karma is action. So he killed this woman. then tried to bury the woman in the backyard and had a heart attack and died while digging the grave. If your old ass wasn't doing such strenuous activities as strangling women and then trying to dig a grave to bury her in it, you'd be alive today, maybe. Okay, and no telling, how he had been living. All right, he might have been smoking, drugs, alcohol, bad eating, no physical activity, and then all of a sudden you think you're gonna go out in the backyard and dig a grave after murdering someone? I've never murdered someone, but I would think strangling someone with your bare hands and killing them takes a lot out of you. All right, and if you want to look at karma as, hey, you do something bad and something bad happens to you, you right too with this situation. This situation is a great example of both definitions of karma. If you are like me and you think karma is a spiritual principle of cause and effect, where intent and actions of an individual influence the future of that individual, this is it. All right, nobody told him to strangle that woman and then go dig a grave. You reap what you sow, but that's not all of it. Your actions and thoughts affect how you live your life.
If you're like Charlemagne and myself, leave a thumbs up in the comment section. But if you're not, and you think that karma is something else, I want you to leave a comment in the comment section and tell me what you think karma is. Because I definitely agree with Charlemagne and the example that he gave about karma. One quick story. There was a girl that I just despised. I could not stand the ground that she walked on. And one day I found out that on her way to work, she had a flat tire. And I knew that this girl lived about 100 miles away from her job. So I thought it was funny. I laughed. I joked about it. I was in conversations with multiple people about it. It was very demeaning and devilish of me. It was very hateful of me to wish negativity on her and to laugh about it. She was out there for hours from what I was told. It was a hot day. It was a miserable day for her, and I thought that it was funny. Well, that same exact day, I was on my way home from work, and guess who had a blowout on the freeway? Yep, yours truly. I had a blowout on the freeway, and I was out there for about an hour. And it was about 90-something degrees that day. And with having AAA and roadside assistance, it still took an hour for them to get to me. That was direct karma. That was my direct karma for being evil and for talking negative. It was a direct action, a reaction to my words, the words that came out of my mouth. That's karma. That is what karma is. So that about sums it up. I'm going to leave you guys with this quote. Nothing happens by chance, by faith. You create your own faith by your actions. That's karma. So at the end of the day, the loss of K.Samuels is not a win. It is not a win. We did not gain anything by the loss of K.Samuels. So I don't know why there is the need to celebrate his death, celebrate his loss, his passing, because there are people who really cared about him, who are mourning the loss of him. So out of respect for his mother and respect for his daughter and for those who did cherish him, I just want to actually put this out to put out my 2 cents about what I think is karma. It's my opinion, and I'm sure there's going to be people who's going to come on here and say, that's your opinion. Well, yeah, that's my opinion, and that's what I stand by. So, guys, Sunday will be a bad day for some. I hope that there are those that will respect the fact that he has passed on, and there will be people that will be actually really acting out of character on Sunday. But don't put yourself in a position to be a recipient of karma. So guys, that has been my video. Thank you guys for tuning in to Pass the Mic with your girl, Miss Skin Deep Unapologetically.